What's up, everybody? Welcome into another edition of Make Every Second Count Live, where we, as in me tonight, try to help you get from where you are to where you want to be. Because that I know that things can get difficult at times. You see, when I was 17 years old, I spent 2.5 months in a coma and 3.5 in the hospital after a severe car accident. Now, from that accident, I have been in physical therapy now for 21 plus years, and I am not giving up now, not giving up ever, because I know that there's more to life if you don't give up on things that you truly want. And is so much more that I want to accomplish. So, if you bear with me here for a second, I have to figure out some things here. I'm trying to stream to TikTok at the same time. This is my first time I've ever attempted to do that. So if you bear with me on both platforms, I'm really kind of winging it tonight. So, if you would, please tell me where you're from, where you're tuning in from at least, and I'll give you a shout out on the air here. And I just want to say that I need you guys out there to do me a favor. I'm going to make this a little interactive. So I think you guys can handle that, right? All right. So, on the count of three, I want you to clap your hands one time. And then afterward, just make no noise. All right. One, two, three. Great job. Now I'm going to make it a little tougher this time. On the count of three, I want you to clap your hands one time and stomp your left foot one time. Now, I think you guys can handle that, but I want this all to be done at the same time and then no noise. All right? Okay. One, two, three. Great job. Now I'm going to make it a little tougher this time. So, on the count of three this time, I want you to clap your hands one time, stomp your left foot one time, and say boom one time. All at the same time. And then afterwards, no noise. All right? One, two, three. That was the last sound I heard when I was 17 years old, sitting at a red light. When it turned green, I pulled forward and a semi truck decided he wasn't going to stop and he ran the red light and T-boned me in the intersection. He broke the top, uh, he broke my neck, fractured my jaw, gave me two fractured ribs, a ruptured spleen, and a punctured lung. Now, that wasn't the worst of my injuries. You see, the worst of my injuries was one that you can't see, one that nobody can see, but one that I still struggle from each and every day. And that is a traumatic brain injury. And I actually would spend 2.5 months in a coma after that accident. I spent 3.5 in the hospital, and doctors tried to tell me that I wouldn't walk again, that it wouldn't be possible for me. And I said, no, it is going to be possible for me. You see, doctors can do all kinds of tests. They can do blood tests. They can do x-rays. They can do MRIs. They can do CAT scans. They can test your reflexes, but they can't tell you what's in here. what's in your heart, your willingness to work, your drive. And that is so important in life because that is going to help pull you out of a situation like I went through. You might not have gone through the same one. You might not have been through a traumatic car accident. You might have lost all your money, lost your house, lost family members, lost cars, lost everything to you. And it can be extremely difficult, but it's going to depend on your drive, your determination, and your willingness not to give up to actually prove them wrong, because people can give you permission to quit. In fact, people are going to give you all kinds of permission to quit. They're going to tell you that it's not possible for you because they tried it, it didn't work for them, so it's definitely not going to work for you. But there's one good thing I can tell you, and that is you do not have to take that permission to quit. The only person that can truly hold you back in life is you. And that is going to be so important for you to realize because you are in charge of your own life. You decide the way your life goes, not your parents, not your friends, not anybody in your family, but you. It's ultimately up to you. And that means your happiness is also up to you. So I have come up with 5 steps that will help you live a happier life. And I ask you guys if you would please, please, please share this episode out. Invite all kinds of people to watch it. In fact, you can share it in as many groups on Facebook or invite as many people as you would like on TikTok or invite all kinds of people on any of the other platforms that I'm on. But I just want people to be able to learn from these 5 steps that I have come up with. So I have been working very hard in my group on Facebook. It is called Make Every Second Count Mission, as you can see right here on my shirt, on TikTok, or right here on my hat on Facebook, YouTube, or LinkedIn. It's called Make Every Second Count Mission. So, I gotta take a breath here. So I ask you guys again if you would please share this out, invite all kinds of people to watch it, and if you're watching on TikTok, don't forget to give me some comments. And if you're watching anywhere else, comment. Don't forget to tap that screen because that's going to help other people see my video as well. So all right, I'll get to my first point here. Now, you guys on TikTok won't be able to see my screen, so you're going to have to bear with me because that might be kind of difficult, but I think I can handle it. All right, so the number one step that I have that will help you live a happier life is appreciate the little things. I've heard it said, don't forget to stop and smell the flowers. Now, stopping and smelling the flowers can be great. Don't get me wrong. And if you don't like the smell of flowers, don't stop and smell the flowers because that definitely won't be good. But so when I said little things, waking up each morning is something that I appreciate. Going for walks during the days is something I appreciate. Being able to move my fingers, move my hands, move my arms, legs, feet, all kinds of things. Those are small things that you can appreciate and you can celebrate because those things will make you happier. And as you see those things, you can you will start to see more and more. You see, your brain has what I call, well, what everyone calls the reticular activating system, the RAS for short. And when you start saying that, hey, I appreciate these little things in life, then your reticular activating system, or RAS system for short, is going to start to pick up on more of that stuff. It's like when you first get a car and you think, nobody in my town has got this car. This car is unique to me. It's pretty awesome. And then you go ahead and buy that car. And then you start seeing it everywhere. Why didn't you notice it before you bought it? Because it wasn't in your brain as something as or is it wasn't set in your brain as something that was important until you bought that car. You started noticing more and more as you owned that car because you thought it was unique, but it really isn't that unique. So, the number one step to living a happier life is to appreciate the little things because someday those things might add up to be the big things. Now, my number two is use gratitude. Now, this is a big one because gratitude is a major health benefit to all kinds of people. And when you express gratitude and you are thankful for each and every day, you're thankful that you wake up in the morning, every morning, then you're going to start to notice more things and more things and more things you were thankful for. It's like an avalanche. It when it starts, it can start with a tiny bit of snow. But as it goes down the mountain, it picks up more and more snow. And as it gets to the bottom, it can be huge. And that is so important. Now, there are all kinds of gratitude practices that you can put into place. Now, a lot of people like to use gratitude journals and write down things they're thankful for, such as 3 to 7 things they're thankful for a day. And when you go to bed and when you get up in the morning, you read those 7 or 3 to 7 things from the previous day that you were thankful for, and you add an additional 3 to 7 things that you're thankful for. And then as you get up the next day, guess what? You're reading all of your things, and then you're adding more things and more things and more things. And seriously, it's going to start to roll down the mountain just like a an avalanche does. Now, I also have what I call the Make Every Second Count 1500-hour journal. Now, this journal is pretty cool because this journal is written by me with Dr. Adria Luster, who is a PhD. She helps design curriculums for the city of Atlanta schools, and it has a foreword by Dr. Ruben West, and he is my speaker trainer, and that's really cool. But this journal is to help you get all kinds of long term goals in life and develop a winning mindset at life. Now, you can actually go to my website, which is www.jeffmarconetjr.com /journal, and there you can download the first 7 days of that journal for absolutely free. It will not cost you a thing. All you have to do is enter a little information so I can get in contact with you again. But again, that is www.jeff Marconette MarconetteJr.com/journal, and you can download the first 7 days of that journal for free. And I really hope everybody out there does that for me. Hi, Tiffany Steiner. I appreciate you liking the live, and yes, I do remember you from JC Penney's. So, all right, my number 2 was use gratitude. Now, when I talk about gratitude, there are other ways to show gratitude, and every morning that I wake up, I post on Facebook, even before I get out of bed, that I am so thankful to be given today, and I will make it a great day. And when I do that, it is expressing my gratitude for waking up, but it is also setting an intention on my day, and then I can just refuse everything else in that day, and that is going to be so beneficial. And if you can find some way for you to express your gratitude for life in general, then you will start to benefit from that as well. So, my number 1 was appreciate the little things. My number 2 is use gratitude. And then my number 3 is laugh often. Now, when I said laugh often, you could be gut busting laughing. You could be rolling on the floor laughing, or you could just be giggling. Heck, you can even make up your laugh and not be laughing at anything. You're just laughing because you want to feel a little something better. But that when you do that, it produces dopamine and endorphins, and it helps you become to feel better. So that's why when people, all right, let's think here. When you start to laugh and you get to laughing a lot all at one time, and then you your muscles start hurting here, but you can't stop laughing. That's because dopamine is the body's natural painkiller. And as you convulse in your stomach and all your muscles seize up in here to make you laugh, then you need that natural painkiller, because this would actually hurt you. I bet you have noticed after a while of laughing like that, your body will actually start to hurt. It'll start to hurt pretty darn bad. And so laugh a lot. You can even just be giggling. Just giggle just just have a good time, man. So I laugh a lot. I laugh at myself a lot. I laugh at jokes I say. I laugh at TV shows. I laugh at movies. I laugh at music. I laugh at all kinds of things. And you just have to make yourself laugh. And don't forget that you are in charge of your life. That means you are in charge of your own happiness. You are in charge of everything. If your life isn't going well, is it your parents' fault? I doubt it. Did you have a great upbringing? You may have, you may not have, but that doesn't really matter. What matters is what you do now. So, my number one was appreciate the little things in life. My number two was use gratitude. My number three one is laugh often. And my number four one is cherish your relationships. Now, relationships, am I talking about a romantic relationship? Not necessarily. Am I talking about a friendship? Not necessarily. Am I talking about the woman that makes your coffee in the morning or whatever you go and do in the morning? Am I talking about those people? Yes and no. I'm not being specific and saying that it has to be one of those relationships, but it has to be one relationship that you cherish, that relationship, somebody you can reach out to and you can talk to when you're having a rough day, someone that you love, someone not necessarily in love with, but someone that you love and they're important to you. So cherish those relationships because those are going to be so important for you to rely on in life. And I know that a lot of relationships, even with friends, even with coworkers, and not necessarily romantic relationships, die out. They go away. They just go by the wayside. And you really have to cherish those relationships and make those relationships stronger each and every opportunity you get. So, my number one of my 5 steps to live a happier life is appreciate the little things. My number two was use gratitude. My number three was laugh often. My number four, cherish your relationships. And then my fifth and final one is get out into nature and sunlight. This one is so important because nature and sunlight also produce those chemicals in your brain that make you feel better. They help you see other things that you should be thankful of and things that are going to amaze you at life. And it's so rewarding just to be able to go out in the sun and feel the warmth of the sun, feel the breeze in the air, feel the just nature around you. It's so rewarding to be able to Go out and do something instead of staying in all the time. Sunlight is good for vitamin D. And vitamin D is something that will help you feel better as well. So when I say that your happiness, your life is completely up to you, it's true. Because you can use any of these 5 steps to feel better, to have a better day, to not let your day go so bad. So I'm on here every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And it's available on YouTube, it's available on LinkedIn, and it's available on Facebook. I am trying something out tonight and streaming on TikTok, which is kind of different, but hey, it's something new that I'm going to try for a couple times and figure it out. But I understand that I just gave you a lot of information. And in fact, I hope you wrote it down, because my mentor, Dr. Ruben West, and my speaking coach, same person, always says that note takers are money makers. And that is so true, because you remember what your brain writes down. He also says that the hand is the digital recorder for the mind. Check that out. That's a good quote. The hand is the digital recorder for the mind. Now, I need you guys to do me another favor. I'm going to count to 3 again. And I need you guys just to say boom as loud as you can. Make your neighbors outside hear you. It's so important that your neighbors can hear you, because it's just going to be awesome. So on the count of 3, yell boom. And then afterwards, no noise. All right? 1, 2, 3. You can do louder than that. Come on. 1, 2, 3. That was better. We'll try it one more time, because I don't think you were loud enough. 1, 2, 3. That was great. The first time I had you do all those things, that was my wake-up call. The second time, that was your wake-up call. Your wake-up call to realize that you can live a happier life. You can make every second count. Why do you need to make every second count? Because you only get that one life. That's it. So why not live it happy? Why not live it to be the best life it can be? So, guys, I'll be back here next Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And until then, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to make every second count. Why? Because you never know when the seconds are going to run out on your one life. Hey, you guys have a fantastic evening. I will see you back here next Tuesday, 7 p.m.